Magic lies in the mind, but my blade...
You know what you came here for. Let's take a trip into Molina World. Now the actual video is quite simple. I don't think I have to explain why you want to place Molina in brush areas when you're roaming, because those are areas that enemies are likely to visit. So we'll just browse through that real quick. I did miss a Molina in the middle, but you know, just mirror the Molina locations on the other half of the map as long as it pertains to brushes only, and do this only when roaming and checking for brushes for ganks. This next part is actually more defensive. I'm going to stress this out a lot, and I'm going to repeat it a lot whenever I switch modes, because I am on the enemy side, but the reason I'm on the enemy side is so that you can see the turret ranges. The only places you really want to pay attention can only be seen by standing in enemy turret range, so that's what we're going to do. I sort of kind of already know the approximate gaps in turret ranges, so I will show you where to place Molina based on towers and not brush. Remember, this is defensive. And once we hit the middle of the map, technically we're on the enemy side of the map now, and we can switch the purpose of Molina to securing the crab and enemy jungle. Molina is a nice warning, and she's also a nice deterrent, so save your ult for the actual dive and to prevent pesky assassins from getting too close. Use sprint or flicker if you get caught in a pinch. Now the next part is to secure turrets, and what I mean by that is to secure enemy turrets, as in steel turrets or kill the turret or whatever you want to call it. So we'll start off with mid lane. This is the only special one there is. There's 3 spots you can place Molina in to secure the mid tower, and the spot you decide on should be based on map awareness and where the enemy was last seen. If you remember seeing Hayabusa or Guzhin in bot lane, chances are they're coming from the bot, but don't put Molina based on where an assassin will come from. Place Molina based on where the tank will come from. What this does is prevent the tank from protecting the assassin properly, and your ult can handle the assassin easily for a good 3 seconds, of course with supporting allies. The only exception to this, and where you would not put Molina against a tank, is if the tank is Grok or somebody, you know, Grok style that is kind of immune to crowd control. So we'll move on from turret to turret now. I'm just showing you ways of securing turrets, and the main idea behind this is you're pushing the turret, and you're placing Molina in a way that you will be A, notified of an enemy coming to try and gank you, or you can use your ult going forward to prevent enemies from diving you from, you know, from their defensive side, or you can also aim your ult at the zone where Molina is once Molina goes off and actually transforms an enemy. All of this is to help you escape after pushing the turret. Lastly, if an enemy is already stealing a buff, or lord, or turtle, or just farming their own stuff, and you can tell this based on sound effects from the buff areas or the jungle areas, just hover your finger over these map areas and you will hear sound effects. This means that an enemy is killing a jungle monster, and you can do these types of ganks with Nana and an ally, making it really hard for the enemy to actually farm. The purpose here is to secure your escape route after stealing the jungle, or if it's a really high priority jungle like the buff, it's more for crowd control and burst than it is for running away. So stealing blue buffs might actually require your battle spell to be in cooldown.
Might not be the truth. What is truth?
So now that you know how to properly use Molina, make sure you take advantage of the awesome zoning and lightning truncheon burst this little blue demon provides. I'll post the rank Hellcurt gameplay next, you know, the one where I didn't feed because I really do suck with him, but until then, Zero out.